I knew I should have checked the meter. I was in a meeting with someone talking about this Enacted Prayers website. And I was meeting with a guy, and we'd had a good meal, and the presentation was going well. But as I looked at my watch, I realized that time had gone much faster than I expected. So I tried to fast forward the get together, and then we paid the bill, and we got out of the restaurant. And as we were walking down the sidewalk, I looked a couple of blocks down, and I saw a policeman standing behind a car. And the guy that I'd been meeting with said, "Hey, I hope that's not your car." Sure enough, it was. I moved over to the car as quickly as I could. I talked to the officer who was still just at the back of the vehicle. He hadn't come around to the front yet. And I said, "Look, I'm just a couple of minutes late. It just went off. I mean, the meter just ended on its time. And I was just walking from the restaurant to here." And the police officer said, "I'm really sorry." But then he continued, said that I have to give you this ticket. He continued to type in the information. He apologized a couple of more times because he saw how ridiculous the ticket was, but he went on and handed it to me. And as I looked at the ticket, it said $63. $63 for being 3 minutes late at a meeting where I was trying to raise funds. I couldn't believe it. I felt so frustrated. At first, I just felt like an idiot, saying to myself, why didn't you just put a little bit more money in the meter? Or why didn't you just step out from the meeting, say, "Excuse me a minute, I'll be right back. I need to pay the meter." There were so many ways I could have handled this and didn't. So I put my car into reverse. I wanted to throw the ticket out the window. I still felt angry. But as I backed out and drove down the road, I started to think to myself, is this really the best way to approach this situation? Underneath all of the frustration and all of the anger, there's another voice that's saying, hey, relax, mellow out, have some patience, persevere. And it kind of dawned on me that that's part of what the spiritual journey is. That's part of the nature of the spiritual journey. You see, when you go on a spiritual journey, it's not about getting everything right. It's not about trying to bat 1,000. It's not trying to do everything in lockstep and correctly. Instead, the spiritual journey is a journey where you go through the ups and downs of life. You go through the frustrations. You go through the pain of life. But through that, as you stay engaged in that journey, those experiences start to change your character, to deepen something inside of you, to give you that patience and that perseverance and that courage that's so necessary if we're really going to walk through life and become a better person because of it. Enacted Prayers seeks to support you as you walk this spiritual journey through the ups and downs of life.